So
meat.
getting back to Justice
Yeah.
League as a movie, I know Eric had a very detailed pros and
Oh
cons
yes,
list.
let's go into the only character here, the only person here that hates it.
Is Eric, yes.
Me.
So should we
I'm gonna-
start by
yeah.
diving into his cons of it?
Yeah,
or
I have,
should we...
dude. I made a list. I have like 20.
Let's
cons
talk about
that I
all
do
the
not
bad
like,
first and then
I
the
go
good.
on like rants.
Yeah,
and
let's
stuff.
okay. Let's
Let's
go with
have
bad
Eric
first.
read his bad
So,
of list.
I think my biggest problem with the movie,
He doesn't even want me to
aside
read
from the
my list.
reshoots, just I
Shouldn't-
hated
shouldn't his
Steppenwolf
list
as a
go
villain. You know,
I think Eric has a lot more
Well,
hatred of
he's
it.
I,
pretty
I have a
honest.
lot more
and
things I did not
yeah,
like.
okay, bring up the list.
Bring it on.
All right,
Let's fight.
Let's look at the list. Okay, so number one. Okay, I am so sick of like artifacts or like plot
MacGuffins.
MacGuffins.
Okay.
And this one doesn't just have one; it has
Three.
three.
The mother
Three.
boxes,
The mother boxes.
They're basically all Sparks.
You
from
mean-
Transformers?
Yeah, basically.
except that the mother boxes have existed for what 40, 50 years
Yeah,
in
well,
comics.
as part of the continuity, yeah. But
Yeah.
they were used as a MacGuffin in this
yeah,
movie.
that is
That's
kind of
totally
a thing
fair.
inherent to comics. There's a lot of MacGuffins.
Yeah, I guess the plot as a whole was pretty. cookie
I mean,
cutter. It was
welcome
a
to
pretty standard
comics.
blockbuster
Yeah.
movie, you know.
Number
So,
two.
MacGuffins.
Steppenwolf. Man,
Yeah,
he
okay.
is like.
That's a good
I'm
band.
gonna be
That's
honest.
the one thing I really have to agree with you
Yeah,
wholeheartedly
I
on.
hate
He is a
Steppenwolf.
fucking
I-
stupid villain.
Yeah, he is worse
You
than
know who else
Doctor
is
Doom
stupid?
or Malekith
Abomination.
or the
That's going a little
Enchantress.
far. Fuck.
Yellow Jacket is a stupid villain.
Yeah.
Well, at least he had a human
Malekith.
actor.
Yeah, this one is all CG. The CJ is so bad. He's like basically a bad version
he's,
of Snoke.
He's Doomsday 2.0. Doom.
He's
Doom.
like he's like a
just,
bad version
Just tell
of
me,
Snoke.
was he worse than Doctor Doom?
No.
Exactly.
Eric's going to say he
Which
is.
Doctor Doom?
I'm gonna say
The
see it's because
Fantastic
here's the
Doctor
problem.
Okay,
His
that
motivations are not really defined.
Fantastic
and
Four
his
Well,
Doctor
he
powers-
doesn't need to be defined. He's a new god. He doesn't need to define his.
in this one
Yeah, but
he
the problem
wants
is
to be
like
a new god.
his,
Oh, is
his
he not?
powers
That's
are
a
not
fair
Yeah,
point.
defined.
he's
From
not.
a
He says,
storytelling
"I'm going to be a
perspective,
new
you're
god."
right. He
I thought he
has-
said, "I am a
He's
new
way
god."
too overpowered.
Yeah,
and
he literally
that's
can get
my
away
problem
with
with
anything
Superman
in this
too,
movie.
right? Like,
Welcome to
Batman
superheroes.
is
Just
overpowered in everything else.
And Batman's got the power of plot armor. There's no
Yeah,
way that-
exactly.
Okay, how many times does Batman get freaking whacked by this guy, and he just gets
Yeah.
up like, "Oh, it's okay, my shoulder's just
okay, wait. Can I
Well,
go
he
into a
has
spoiler
the-
real quick? It's
I
not
don't
really
know, he
a
has
spoiler.
the
Can he give a spoiler?
Well, it's not really a spoiler. It's kind of
like
like
at this
it
point,
happens in the
if
final
you haven't
battle.
seen the movie, like we're gonna.
It's
spoil
been out a
it,
week.
so.
We're gonna screw it
Yeah.
on you.
Okay, so do you
not
guys
able to.
remember like in the final battle where like Steppenwolf and Cyborg
No.
are fighting, and Steppenwolf rips off Cyborg's leg, and then like when
Just
he and
the fact
Superman
that
are
there's no
laughing,
stakes in
it
DC,
grows
yeah.
back. It's like, are
You mean
fucking
because
kidding me?
Cyborg's made of
You're right.
bioorganic material in this?
Sure. Well, like I think the one thing that like DC fans always criticize Marvel for is there not being stakes in the Marvel universe.
And you can,
Meaning,
like, Frankenstein someone
fucking,
back
you
to
can't
life.
lose a limb in DC without it growing back. You know.
Did it grow back, or did they
Yeah,
just
no,
ignore
it
it?
really grew
Reattached
back,
it,
and it's like,
within
why did you
5
Well, it
minutes.
doesn't grow back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They
Cyborg-
showed a scene of him reattaching it.
Yeah, but I
Cyborg
know, but why did you
reattaches
do that?
metal. Like the
Yeah.
metal came from the mother box. He's unlike the original Teen Titans version of Cyborg.
Yeah, this is
in the
not
New
fun,
52, his
Well,
powers
I
come
know
from the
for a
mother
fact,
box that
like,
gave him the.
Not to
abil-
interrupt, but I know for a fact that's another problem Eric had that he says booyah.
Oh my God, booyah!
Oh,
Seriously,
yeah. What do you mean?
booyah?
He has
It's
to
a
say
Teen
it.
Titans
That is
reference. He's
literally the
fucking Cyborg.
stupidest line
Well, no,
ever.
that's Cyborg's
You know, the
catchphrase, man.
dumbest-
I don't care.
the
It's
dumbest-
a catchphrase from ESPN.
That's
the
like
dumbest
the thing.
line is "I'm Batman."
no.
Well, he has to
I
say
mean,
I'm Batman.
booyah!
I'm
and-
Christian Bale
Yeah.
with throat cancer.
How else will you know he's Batman?
I mean, oh my God. But yeah, like
Quote
booyah's
Adam
like
West,
the worst.
I
Like,
didn't
he
say
could have
I'm
said
Batman,
anything
I
else
was
would have
just
been better.
Batman.
I remember telling like he literally could have said like "step on that, wolf," and it would have been like a better line than
Come on,
booyah.
you know that's
leave
weak.
Steppenwolf
you
and
know that's
Magic
the worst.
Carpet Ride alone.
No, listen. My problem with Cyborg was that he wasn't as a character as the one from Teen Titans. So when he said it at the end, I'm like, okay, fine. They alluded to it at least. It's like you can't have the Thing, in a movie without him saying it's clobbering
Look,
time.
Cyborg's a
That's
better
not-
character in
it's
Injustice
just
than
out
he
of
is
nowhere.
in the movie.
And Cyborg
I
is
agree.
so
I think that's the.
T-
I- he says
Starfire
booyah.
and Beast Boy are dead. I'm gonna side with Superman on killing everyone.
So another thing that I think we can all agree on, Cyborg was just the most unnecessary character.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, he was
Well, the
very
thing is, they forgot about
necessary
like,
because
he-
he's
the
the one.
Flash's
but he was
constant
nothing
joking
higher
was
than a plot
unneeded.
device. Like you
Yeah,
do
wait, I
not
need to-
need.
I
You
wanna
could
talk about
easily
the
run
Flash joking.
Cyborg
Can I
out
ask
without
you
there
guys
being
something
any
about the
differences
Flash
in plot,
joking?
You know.
The Flash jokes. Can I ask you guys? Have you seen? Is that like a trend now in movies where it's like?
No, Flash is just normally a funny character depending on who
No,
it is.
but it's like the way he
Also,
jokes in
drink
this. Like I
ourselves
want to go like,
to
okay,
trial,
it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like this. It's like they do this thing now where it's like say something funny, then get a little bit nervous, then like drop it off the cliff, the cliff, and everyone's like, it's funny because it's awkward. And like, does that happen with a flashlight? in this
Yeah,
movie?
I
absolutely.
mean, more young audiences who are awkward and don't know how to talk to people. I mean, probably
Honestly,
relate.
Again,
Like
I'm
CJ.
not sure how you feel about this, but I think I might like Ezra Miller's portrayal better than Grant Gustin's.
Yeah, you're gonna,
I do too.
You're
but
going to
I
hell.
don't- I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he can carry his own movie
Yeah, we'll see.
because he has something to go off
If
with
his
in this
character
movie,
becomes
like
more
the
developed as a
somberness of
stronger
They're gonna develop
Flash.
him. I think it was a great first appearance for the character, if you consider that his first appearance. First
It's not his first
feature-length
appearance.
I know
Yeah.
Suicide Squad and BVS, if you can count those, but they're. I don't know,
Yeah,
they're
I would
second.
count Justice League as his
You
first
know what
full
the thing
appearance.
is?
Right.
But
So honestly, I think it was a great way to introduce him to the
Aquaman
DC
was a
universe.
great way to introduce
Yeah,
him.
I love Jason
Yes.
Momoa's
Okay.
portrayal.
Oh
too.
yeah, he was great. But
That's the
I read
one
somewhere-
thing
somewhere
DC's
called-
been really strong on casting. Aside from like not Gal Gadot. I love Gal Gadot.
Don't say Amy Adams. Don't say Amy
Yeah,
Adams.
he,
Well, you
he
know I'm gonna
like
say
you
Amy Adams.
literally
Don't
say
say
that
Amy
every
Adams.
time we bring up the DCEU. How much
okay,
you think
I'm
Amy
not
Adams
gonna bring it
was
up again,
miscast.
but Amy Adams and I don't know who was playing Steppenwolf. Aside from the fact that he was just poorly
And
written.
he wasn't there.
He was played by a
He
special.
He wasn't there.
He was played by
Voice actor.
Industrial
He was
Light
played
and
by
Magic.
CGI,
yeah, he was played by CGI.
yeah.
No, he was never with the rest of the cast. The actor was never there. He
I
never
guess
met
Cara
the rest of the
Delevingne's
cast.
portrayal of Enchantress.
Oh
was
yeah,
kinda
she was
iffy.
not good.
Who?
Cara Delevingne.
No.
Chick who
Enchantress.
played Enchantress. Something that
I'd
was-
like to see what the original scenes were supposed
I-
to be,
I would-
not before
I would have
Whedon.
loved to
'Cause
see a Snyder
wasn't there
cut. I
supposed to be
would've
like a
loved
black
see an
suit
entirely
Superman?
Whedon cut.
No, that
I just
Black Suit Superman was
never.
never going to be in that movie.
I remember the dude who plays Superman like even said
No,
like that's
it was
happening.
Zack Snyder released a post that said Black Suit was never going to be in that movie. It was just a giant tease all along.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't. I
just
don't.
a
I don't buy that
just a
either.
Yeah.
desaturated costume.
I don't. No,
Yeah.
I don't buy that. Not for 1 second. There's the Zack Snyder cut.
Let
We
me
know it's
te-
out there because he had a whole movie done.
Okay.
Otherwise, the budget would have been $300 million.
You think that
They
the
reshot
Black
half the movie.
Suit was
Yeah,
going to be
wait,
in the
wait.
movie that
Yeah.
they planned to use mother boxes to bring Superman back with?
well, here's
I
the
thought-
thing
well,
that,
I mean,
like,
that was probably.
I
not
think
the
it's a
idea
lot of
from
people
the
like
beginning,
debating
right?
because the
Like,
thing that
I
everyone
feel
like
they-
thinks there's another cut for is this: the two scenes happened in this. The two scenes to Batman vs Superman is the nightmare scene and the dirt
Yeah.
rising from the ground scene.
Night-
Those two
nightmare
scenes are
scene.
never addressed.
means nothing now.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
no, it's still,
and-
it's
guessing
still going to
Superman's
happen in the
Resurrection
future.
wasn't initially planned.
Nightmare
we don't
scene
know
was
that.
supposed to
Yeah,
happen.
I'm sure like halfway
in
through the
BVS or
production,
in
they
Yes,
decided to make it like a
Yeah,
Frankenstein
that's in the future.
thing where they
Superman's
brought
back
We're
now.
having two conversations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
We've been
only
having
have
two
one.
or
conversations.
Steven Spielberging, like in his movies, how like people have like
Yeah,
12 conversations.
okay, those are the two problems I had with
Yeah.
Justice League, right? The nightmare scene like,
yeah, that is not
doesn't
addressed.
connect to anything, and then the dust rising from his coffin
Yeah.
also means nothing now. Completely worthless.
Yeah,
Why?
I
Why?
don't know.
The two teases that made no sense make even less sense now.
Yeah, because I
Why
think
did-
somewhere like during those reshoots they decided to like change it to like a Frankenstein
They-
thing where like they bring him back with the mother box. 'Cause I
They-
feel like he was gonna come back to life like without those.
They said something. How Batman knew immediately he could use the mother box to bring Superman back was about the problem, because you can tell like they kind of shoehorn that in there because there's
Yeah.
no reason for Batman to suspect that Superman is his heart's beating or something to the point where a mother box
Yeah.
should revive him. There's no way that he knew he could put that together
He based it
with
solely
so
on.
limited knowledge of how alien technology works.
He based it solely on what Cyborg said.
Right.
And also, there's more than 3 mother boxes in the DC universe. I just want to say that. And
Yeah. Okay.
I thought there was only
we're
supposed to
not-
be one.
Again, within the confines of the DC extended
Boxes.
universe,
Mhm.
it's just 3, or the 3 we know of right now. So
All right,
that's really what we need to worry about. Comics.
There's one other thing
are-
I do want to worry about.
as far
Wait,
as I'm
okay.
concerned.
Can we talk about Superman's face?
which part?
Just the
The
CGI. of it.
mustache.
Do you mean
Well-
the Zack Snyder or the Joss Whedon?
Joss Whedon's Superman face. the
Well, then you
mustache.
mean the shots that shouldn't have been there.
Okay,
Because
well, first of
Yeah.
all, I just got to say, so I've seen it twice now. First time, I noticed something was off. It did not really distract me. Second time, I really saw it.
Yeah, like it literally looked like
I-
giant
But
prosthetic
again,
teeth.
I don't think if you didn't know about the CGI going into it, I don't think it's.
I didn't see it in the first scene with the cell phone.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
No, me neither.
I
My
saw it with,
sister's
like,
my
even,
sister
even
my,
the phone on the second viewing, I didn't notice.
my sister said to me, "His face looks weird." I was like, "What do you mean? It doesn't look weird to me."
Well,
and
that's
then
just
I
what
got
it
home
looks
and I
like.
started seeing all the pictures, and I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, and then my
Yeah,
sister
again,
goes
if you
to me,
really look at it, you're going to notice it.
yeah,
The
she
only
goes,
time I noticed
the
was-
mustache.
There's one thing I would love though if we
Well,
get
during the whole
sorry.
"Do you bleed" thing, I think that's where it's most obvious.
yeah.
I love
But the
that.
world doesn't need you. Do you believe?
Tell me.
Do you bleed?
Do you bleed?
Something's bleeding.
Okay,
Someone's definitely
okay,
bleeding.
that Whedon joke. Good.
There were a
Yeah,
few
that-
good weeks.
that was-
I'm gonna be honest.
Absolutely.
I love the action in that scene where Superman came back. It's like
Oh yeah.
He
Okay.
had
Wait, wait.
Buck-
Oh, that
Let's
beat
get
down
this
on
around.
Wonder Woman.
But
Fuck
that was
feminism.
awesome.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
he, like,
Best-
he like
Favorite scene.
Yeah,
I have
that's
so
my
I have
favorite
two
scene.
Alright, let's
very
see, Jay.
favorite scenes. So
Alright.
I know you and I have one favorite scene, which is obviously when Flash first
When-
confronts Superman.
Okay,
And
Flash.
just-
let me
yeah,
just describe
Oh, I love that
the depth of this situation. So you have
Frozen
two.
Superman
No, wait.
is fighting all
Just
the
before that, right?
guys.
Cyborg tries to hit Superman. Knocks him aside. Batman, of course, can't do anything. So you have two of DC's heavy hitters, Wonder Woman and Aquaman, both coming at him. He's just holding them both up, like they were nothing. And then the Flash is running behind him. Is like, okay, let me figure out what to do. And then Superman just
Basically turns and faces.
Turns, and he's Flash is like, oh fuck.
and Flash's face is
Yeah.
the
It's
just
best
like-
thing I've ever seen. He's just like, what the fuck is this?
Okay,
wanna see
so
all the-
my other favorite
No,
scene
I'm just
in Justice League, which I feel like not enough people are talking about, is the opening Wonder Woman scene. Like, first of all,
Oh,
There's one thing I hate.
well, first
She
of all,
deflects all the bullets like off her
you
wrist.
could argue that.
Oh,
she
welcome
can
to Wonder
machine
Woman.
gun.
but it looks fucking ridiculous.
Well, yeah, she's that
cool.
fast.
she's
Danny
Wonder Woman.
Elfman's score
Yeah, but like
is
you cannot
perfect in
dodge
that.
all the
It's
bullets
like the
in a
best.
machine gun. Like
She's
randomly, like,
Wonder
firing through the
Woman.
crowd.
Yeah.
But she's fast though. She
She's
can do
fast. Honestly, Superman in this movie is ridiculously overpowered.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
that-
like, when
that's
he
the one
shows
thing.
That's
you don't
good.
even need a Justice League
Good.
movie if you have a character that can
Yeah.
take down the entire fucking Justice League.
Well,
Like,
that
here's
was
the thing-
that's
That's
been
why
an
they say-
argument for
Do
Justice
you remember,
League
like,
forever.
He stops fighting Steppenwolf, the one guy who can beat him, like Superman, stops fighting him, flies off, and goes save civilians. Just and, like halfway, just like get all of them to do that and go kick Steppenwolf's ass.
Well, the thing was nobody's as fast as Superman.
Except for Flash.
Except the Flash.
But he-
But the
I
Flash
will
couldn't-
say that was a
couldn't
really
handle
funny
it.
gag, actually.
Yeah.
Like Flash saves the family the first time he feels so good, then
Yeah,
Superman's
Flash is like
actually
pushing a
one-arming
car, and
building.
then he looks in the
Yeah,
distance.
he's
Superman
just
just
like-
carrying
Well,
the
again,
freaking
he's
building.
with the whole hero thing, but so
Yeah.
we can cut him some slack for that. But
All right, CJ,
I'm
back
not
to your
cutting
favorite
him
part.
anything.
yeah, so I just thought, first of all, that was my favorite part of Danny Elfman's score in the entire thing. That just
Yes.
basically, like, I was an Oingo Boingo fan in high school, so like that just was very reminiscent of that for me. You know, Danny Elfman's band before he was Danny Elfman, and yeah, so that just reminded me so much of his early work. It flowed perfectly with that scene. Wonder Woman kicked ass in that. Just the slow motion was beautiful, and just it makes you wonder. It makes you remember why Snyder was like such a great action director at
Now-
one point.
I'm glad you mentioned Danny Elfman because the score for Batman and Superman
it wasn't
all
that
that,
many
it's
people
just
are
unmemorable.
mad about.
Well,
Just
I
not
don't think
really
anyone really
Okay,
hated it. I
are
just
like
think
the
people
80s and the
thought it
70s
wasn't
like
memorable.
themes for like both of them played? Because I know like Batman.
Yeah,
like,
that's
the
what we're
80s.
talking about
Yeah,
right now.
89
That's what we're
Batman
talking
played
about.
when they visited Jim Gordon.
Also
Yeah,
written
I
by
remember
Danny
that.
Elfman.
And when Superman appeared at the end to Steppenwolf, there was a few
Yeah.
notes from
Oh my gosh, that's
John Williams.
that
thing.
that dumb like the line like you know I'm not a fan of truth. I'm a fan of truth, but
So
I'm also
corny.
a big fan of justice.
It's so corny, but it's so Superman. Actually, it's more Captain America.
You're gonna have to see the Snyder cut when it comes out, but
There's no Snyder cut.
there's gonna be a. Snyder
There's an
I hope
Ultimate
there will.
Edition,
I mean,
probably.
Well, I'm gonna have to see.
No,
the
no,
Ultimate
no, wait. Can there please be a stash
But-
edition? A stash
No.
edition where it's like just all the Superman's
Just
mustaches
CGI.
on CGI. It's just Superman's
Yeah, I'd
mustache.
pay
He
to
needs a
see
mustache the whole movie.
Okay, now how about
Oh wait, can I talk to you guys about a scene I hated?
About which one?
Sure. What did you hate?
The opening credits.
Just okay. The music.
That-
I know you hated the song.
It
but
just-
it flowed-
there's a stupid pop,
The orange
melancholy
thing,
pop
yeah,
song,
okay.
and it just pulls me out of the movie. Like I was giggling, and like the slow mo in that. Okay, so
Have you been in
this-
Mendoza's
in
class
this
way
ov-
too long?
I have not.
yeah? Why couldn't we have had an intro like the cartoon with
Well,
the
like,
full orchestrated
Here's
theme
another
and all the
problem I have with that.
graphics?
Because I told you. Okay, so like, yeah. Then you get World Without Hope, like in the newspaper or something.
Yeah.
Oh, but I just want to say, okay, also in the opening credits. Okay, there is a scene in the opening credits where like two street thugs are getting arrested, and they kick over like a fruit stand's crate of oranges,
And
and,
you
the
see
camera
the
like
slow motion
zooms in
orange.
on an orange in slow motion.
I mean, it's a
and
fucking
just-
Zack Snyder movie. Of course, there's gonna be some slow motion oranges.
so much food was cut out, and like they had room for the orange. Like we gotta put the.
You don't know that the
flying
orange is an Easter egg to
Okay,
reference
this
Zack
is
Snyder's
nitpicking.
Yeah,
understanding
I feel like
of
at
the
this
world.
point we're just. I feel like at this point you're just finding.
You don't understand that Zack Snyder
Oh,
put that
no, I do
orange
that
there
a
on
lot
purpose.
more.
It
Yeah.
represents
So many more-
the
I have a
it
lot.
represents the low-income families and their struggle to survive. And
I feel like you could make an argument for that, but
Zack Snyder's a
it's
hack.
fucking Zack Snyder. You know, he's not putting that much
Yeah.
thought into his. I would have loved to see a practical Steppenwolf, but realistically, they're not.
I don't know, because how's Darkseid gonna look? Darkseid's not gonna look.
Darkseid, I'm sure.
He's not going to be money in anything.
Oh wait, can I?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna bring in Darkseid at some
When?
point.
Because
Can I
they're
Justice League 3.
advertising.
Sure, he's gonna be the Thanos of
Yeah.
the DC.
They're
Okay,
advertising
so
the
for
League
sequel,
of Doom
like,
for the
what are
next
they gonna
one or
do
whatever it
exactly
is.
for the sequel?
Oh,
Injustice League.
Injustice League, not Injustice.
Yeah,
What is it?
the Lex Luthor
Legion of Doom.
thing.
Legion of Doom or the Crime Syndicate?
Injustice
No,
League.
Crime Syndicate is the
No, there's a
alternate.
few different names
Evil League.
that like their antithesis has gone by.
Legion of
Blank
Doom.
and Young Justice.
Oh my
Maybe
God,
Legion of
Deathstroke looks awesome.
He
Yeah.
does. I am excited.
I
about
still-
Honestly,
that.
I feel like they could have left him with Joe Manganiello's natural hair color, and he still would have looked fine. Just I could
Yeah.
clearly tell he was wearing a wig and goatee. I don't really hate it, but
Prototype.
I don't know. It seemed unnecessary, you know.
Let me
the-
give an
the one-
actual
Oh yeah, go on.
an actual nitpick for the climax of the movie. Now, you have this. What would you call it? It's basically like another world engine, but putting apocalypse on Earth.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Now, why do they place it in the middle of some like abandoned Russian town that
Well, there's-
nobody cares about?
Because they don't want you to remember Man of Steel, and they don't want to get.
Well, I'm guessing they
hate
don't want
again,
American
like after Man of Steel,
military,
after like all that
American
destruction.
authorities or any
Because
major-
Russia
Well,
interfered with our
and they keep
election.
focusing on this family, and there's like a girl get out bugs
Well,
from. Like,
they-
why do
they
I
want-
care about this
Yeah, I
family?
know.
I'm
I don't know who they
guessing
are. I don't
wanted you
care.
to have an emotional attachment to the people in this.
No, I
place,
don't.
you know?
I don't know who they are.
And I think,
wanted to see them get smashed.
Okay. And I
They
They
did
did get
Superman to
smashed. That's how
snatch
those
it.
again,
kids
I
got
think they
there.
put it in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere because no one who matters outside of the Justice League. Is
Are you
going
saying
to
Russia
go
doesn't matter? Russian
I'm
lives
saying
matter, CJ.
Parts of Russia don't matter. I'm saying like if you put it in.
Do you
the
hear
middle
that,
of
President
nowhere-
Trump?
Putin, if you're listening,
Oh yeah, we're so fucked, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
I am very pro-Russia. Right
Okay.
now. Do not send the KGB after me. I tell you, I know.
No, who?
I am secret
No, who would
spy.
they send after you in the DC universe? What's the name of Oliver's
Red
friends?
Sun Superman.
No,
Anatoly.
Anatoly is part of the what?
Bratva.
remember that.
The Bratva.
Bratva.
Yeah, you don't want the
Whatever.
Bratva coming after you.
I'll kill her.
Whatever. We brothers. You betray my trust. We're not brothers.
Anyway,
anymore. I
Eric,
still good man.
more nitpicks. Bring them.
What else I got?
When are we gonna get on to the good stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Just start
bitching. I'm gonna-
listing them
let me-
off.
Let me
we've
talk about
been-
the stuff I did.
I
like.
feel like we've been talking 30 minutes already.
I know. I'm
Probably,
sorry.
so
I'm
do
gonna
you just
stop- I'm
wanna
gonna stop
give
the
our
bitching.
final
I'm gonna talk
grades
about stuff I
and,
did like.
All right, let's say some good things really fast. All the Superman scenes.
Actually, yeah.
Aside from the
I
cell
think
phone video.
he's. I think I've been pretty critical of Henry Cavill's Superman to this
all the
point.
Superman of I don't really like Superman that much.
But so
the scenes were great.
Again,
right?
I think something that we're all in agreement is it's my favorite portrayal of Henry Cavill's Superman. I think it's
I
my
like
favorite
that it's the third evolution of him. You get the Man of
It's-
Steel,
it's
dark,
the-
depressing one. You get the you get the hopeful beginning one. Then you get the moody, like this world doesn't like me. And then you get the I see
The
how
Superman
much I have
Reborn,
impacted
yeah.
the world, how much I can change it, how much I matter.
Sure.
Did you notice
I
how
love the thing at the end with him and Cyborg. It's like he's like they're about to do the whole mother box thing. He's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to die. They like break them everything. So it's like I take that back. I want to die.
I don't know why he said that, but it was funny.
They were laughing. Like I was like happy. Like, all right,
Yeah.
that's good. I like that. Like
I work with children.
yeah.
Make it
Aquaman. Aquaman was
Yeah, characters-
wonderful.
Oh yeah,
Again,
he's
aside
fun.
from
He's
Cyborg,
like he's the
characters
Point
in
Break of
general, all really
superheroes.
strong.
Yeah.
Just the Point Break.
I like
Yeah,
that
no,
it was
I will say now I'm really excited for both the Aquaman
Point
and
Break
Flash films.
Aquaman.
Yeah, Point Break.
See, that's what I
Aquaman,
feel the,
starring
the
Aquaman.
assemble videos,
That's the
the
Point Break
assemble
remake we're
movie should
getting.
be, they draw you in so it left you wanting more from the characters, and I think that's what it should have done.
Well,
Of
all right.
course, it
Well, I
could have
think
gave a
that's what
stronger
Justice League
story,
did,
but
you
the
know?
Avengers even didn't give that strong
I will
of a
say
story.
Avengers. I thought. Well, we can't compare it to Avengers because
I think Avengers is still a better movie.
Oh yeah, it is.
I think it's
definitely
a better movie than Justice League, but
There's still
like,
some plot
Avengers.
points from
I thought was a
Avengers that still doesn't make
disappointment
sense.
compared to Justice League.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, can I just
Just, I felt that there was way too much build up to Avengers, and Avengers left me disappointed. Justice League.
Well, I mean,
had
you
low
had
standards
3
going
stinkers
in,
of films in
Can
that
I have-
time.
Like
Yeah.
What?
What were you saying?
that Atlantis scene with Aquaman. Like,
Well,
what the fuck was that?
well, I
What
think
do you
we.
mean?
It was
What's wrong with
rushed.
Atlantis?
Well, again, I
This-
feel like they were
literally,
trying
go
not
off
to
into, like,
expose too
things
much
that- it's like
information.
a woman shows up, like with Aquaman.
Mara,
Who is that?
his wife.
Well,
soon
not
to be
yet.
wife.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Soon to be. Yeah.
Okay, but then like, first,
Well, again,
air
they-
bubbles.
they
If
try
you
to get
put-
some
If you
exposition.
put air
More
bubbles,
thought
do you
into
remember
it.
the air bubbles? It's like if you can breathe underwater,
He
why do you
can't-
need to use air bubbles?
Because you can't talk
Because
underwater.
she doesn't know that He knows.
Well,
He this is like
again,
his first time to
point,
Atlantis.
At this point, he's not an Atlantean. He's half Atlantean, raised by a human family.
Which
He
is
does
weird.
not have
That is
connection.
so confusing.
Well,
like,
he's Arthur
I remember
Curry.
they
I
said
I know
that.
he's
I mean,
Arthur Curry, but if they're
he's
going
the
like the
defender of
Justice League
man
Throne of
and
Atlantis
fish.
kind of storyline where he doesn't know. See, in that one he knew he kind of was but he wasn't sure he was Atlantean.
Right.
He had to be told by Atlanteans that he was.
Sure.
This one he's traveling underwater. He knows that he knew where Atlantis was. He knew where to go.
Right, but he was estranged just because he
It's
felt
just
his family
weird
gave him
because you
up.
have this
Is that
extended
why?
universe.
That's it's hinted
We-
at that his parents sort of gave
this
him up.
same world that has Cyborg, Flash, and all them disappearing
Mm-hmm.
also has Harley Quinn and Joker in it for at least 20 years, along with all these other DC villains that they've already established is going
What
on.
Joker?
The Jared Leto.
No,
from Suicide
no.
Squad.
No,
That doesn't
that's not
exist.
Joker.
Trying
That's James Franco from Spring Breakers. If you had a kid with Ace Ventura,
Honestly,
Yeah. Listen-
I'm still clinging to the theory that that's just Jason Todd.
So the
who's
Atla-
been Joker-fied.
The Atlantis thing doesn't
Okay,
make
yeah, I
sense
agree.
to
But
me.
I don't know.
I'm fine with that.
I feel like
Aqua-
they could easily recast that if that's
Aquaman
the
going
real
to
Joker
Atlantis
shows
for the
up and
first
kills
time is the problem because in this whole extended universe, him just going to Atlantis for the first time because they're expecting
yeah,
you to
doesn't make
know who
sense.
Mara is in the same way that
well,
they're
again, most
expecting
DC
you.
fans are going to know who Mara is.
okay,
Aquaman
I have a big
fans,
complaint
but
about that I will
they're
save
not
till
going
later.
I know who Mara is.
I only know
Yeah,
because
I-
of
I-
cartoon.
fan.
All right.
But that's expecting you to know. At least in Suicide Squad, they let you into the characters. They told you their names.
Well,
Well,
the problem with
quite
Suicide Squad
literally.
was there was way too
Oh.
much
They
exposition.
just
Yeah, they put the logos.
They,
up,
they
I remember.
basically put their short bios on the screen like a freaking Streets of Rage game, where it's like
Yeah.
age,
Listen,
skills,
at least with,
hobbies.
David
at
Ayer
least with
was a
Justice
mistake.
League, there wasn't a musical. I mean, a new music number every 10 seconds,
Yes.
like
Except-
in Suicide Squad.
Fair enough.
Except for the opening credits.
If somebody says Suicide
Again,
Squad
the
is
opening
better than
credits I didn't
Justice
hate,
League,
but
Mm-mm.
whatever.
no.
What?
Okay, so final grades. What would you give it?
I'd give it A minus.
Okay. Eric.
D plus. Look, here are my thoughts. On it.
We've
just
heard
one
your
sentence,
thoughts.
One sentence.
Okay.
One
Yeah,
sentence.
okay.
Here we go. Okay. Here's my final thoughts on it. Okay. Compared to Batman versus Superman, it's Wonder Woman. Compared to Wonder Woman, it's Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
Interesting.
John, final grade.
I think I'm gonna give it maybe like 79.
So
Out of
C
100.
plus.
Yeah, well, I want to give it an 8 out of 10,
Well,
but there's just I feel like there's
just
things
give
that
it a letter grade. I'm gonna give it a B minus. B minus C plus.
Yeah, well,
a B minus.
that's what I agree.
I'm sorry, guys.
We're pretty much on the same page with this one for once.
I'm the only one that.
I can talk.
Well, I
more
hate
often
Thor,
about stuff I like.
and I.
If that makes sense.
Well,
better.
you watched it again. You didn't really hate Thor.
No, I didn't hate it in the end, but I still don't like it as the final film.
Okay.
My problem is this: like, we're not gonna. I wanted it to be everyone unites to fight Darkseid, man. Darkseid and put.
But that's the
Green
third
Lantern
one.
Actually, yeah.
That's
No, I
fair.
don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to see any more superhero movies.
Thank you.
I'm done.
I feel like
I would
the
even prefer
post-credit
if they
scene
fought
should've
Superman, like in this, like
kind of
evil,
brought
like
some of
Superman was a better villain than
You know?
Steppenwolf.
I know, right?
Come on.
He was a better
Well-
villain in like that nightmare sequence that Batman had. versus Superman. He was better than Steppenwolf.
Here's all we have to do is, since we just touched on it, tomorrow we get that worldwide trailer of Infinity War, so that's gonna be fun. Even though Thor's eyes, he